They have convinced me these last 2 weeks, these performances against the Seahawks and Cowboys, that they are the well-rounded, powerful team that I thought they were. And they will stay afloat until Drew Brees gets healthy, and then they will take it up a notch, obviously, in the passing game. I believe the Saints are the best team in football and will be when all is said and done.
Football?
And maybe they'll get some luck in the postseason this time.
Look, as it stands now, they're the class of the NFC South once again, but the Panthers and Bucks seem to be on the upswing. DJ, where do you sit as the top team in the NFC?
Well, it's hard to argue against the Saints. They've been impressive. But if you just want to go off the consistency week in and week out, what we've seen so far, I know they had a bye, but I'll go with the 49ers.
Whoa.
I mean, this is a team now. You look at that road win early in the season on the road against Tampa. All of a sudden, that win looks a little more impressive. With Kyle Shanahan calling plays, they're second in the league in rushing yards. They're third in the league in points. That defensive line, you see them dominating here against the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the better offensive lines in football. Nick Bosa is going to continue to get healthy, along with all the other first-rounders they have up front. They're good at linebacker, and the secondary has been a surprise. The schedule for them the next 2 weeks, Cleveland, they're coming off a bye to play Cleveland on Monday night. Then they're at the Rams. We'll find out in the next 2 weeks if I'm right or wrong.
That is going to be an exciting division to follow in the NFC West, one of the most competitive in all of football. Steve, your top team in the NFC?
Yeah, going off the grid here, because you got the Packers, you got the Rams, you got the Cowboys, so many good teams. But the first month of the season now has been preseason, which is why what I saw out of the Philadelphia Eagles and their demolition of the Packers leads me to believe that they are the team that's going to be the cream of the crop in the NFC. You've got good offensive lines, good defensive lines. They committed to the run, and Carson Wentz is a dynamic talent who finally looked like himself against the Packers. Now, their schedule is absolutely brutal, but in a couple weeks, I'll be getting Deshaun Jackson back. They're going to be able to get to full strength, and I think the Eagles, if they play the way they are capable of playing with their physicality, especially on both lines of scrimmage, this could be the team in the NFC.
I mean, the great thing about the NFC is there are just 3 teams that are below 500 right now after 4 games. Ultra competitive, and I hope it stays that way as we head into the second quarter of the season. Now let's flip it to the AFC, where obviously we have 2 4-0 football teams in the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. So, DJ, who's your top team in the AFC?
Look, I learned this lesson a long time ago. When in doubt, just say the Patriots. You're going to look smart at the end of the day if you just go with the Patriots. And this is a team that none of the talk should be about the offense and Tom Brady and do they miss Antonio Brown? Did they need Antonio Brown? They don't give up points defensively. They give up 1 touchdown. They're playing fantastic football on that side of the ball, and I stopped worrying about the Patriots figuring out this whole offense thing a long time ago. They'll find the right mix, the right formula, the right personnel. I don't bet against New England.
And despite the loss to New England on Sunday, not counting the Bills out of the playoff hunt yet either, as they sit 3-1. Steve, who's your top AFC squad?
Well, you know, just like how DJ said the Patriots offense is going to get better, I think the Chiefs defense is steadily going to get better as they're transitioning to Steve Spagnuolo, but they've got Patrick Mahomes. And I mean, it just seems like everything works. We're seeing this improvise play. Sorry about that, guys, with Kelsey and McCoy there. McCoy just got there, and they're pulling these tricks out of their sleeve. Offensively, because of Patrick Mahomes, they are going to always be a threat. So I'm going to the Chiefs, but they got to get home field if they're going to get to the Super Bowl. Had it last year, didn't work, but they got to get it this year.
Yeah, and showing us they can win in different ways this year, even when their offense isn't at their best. Mike Silver, who's your top AFC squad?
Well, you both make compelling cases. So let's see. Patriots, Chiefs. I'm sticking with my preseason AFC pick because they're coming off a big Sunday. That's right. The Cleveland Browns. I am not giving up just because of a rough start. You heard Baker Mayfield after the game say everybody wanted to put us in the trash. Not me, Baker. I've got your back. They have so much talent. They're doing this with the whole secondary injured, and Odell Beckham hasn't really cranked it up yet. And to me, he is the key to everything. One of the best players in football. They stole him in a trade. Once they can realize his potential, this offense can be flat out scary and can compete with those 2 juggernauts that you guys just cavalierly put as the top 2.
Yeah, it certainly seems like the Ravens.
And Silver.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I just want to say with Silver, that's not the craziest thing. If you think about the play calling inside the 5 the previous week, if it was different, and they score a touchdown in that game against the Rams, and they're 3-1. Now nobody's laughing at what Silver's saying if that would have taken place.
Yeah,